Hi, this is Donald here, and this is my video on my heart surgery recovery, weeks 3 and 4. Now, just before I begin, the reason I make these short videos is because before I got this heart surgery, there wasn't too much information on people my age getting heart surgery. It seems to be pretty uncommon for people in their 20s to get it. So I just wanted to add my voice to maybe help out someone my age who's going to get the surgery one day. So weeks 3 and 4, recovery has definitely been a lot better these weeks. I'm almost at my 1-month anniversary. I started to sleep with a regular pillow without being so reclined, and getting in and out of bed is much easier now. In fact, I'm just a little bit careful not to use my arms too much, but other than that it's pretty easy. In general, I would say that my chest feels much more stable, and it feels like my body has really done some serious repair work. I started increasing my walk time each day by about 5 or 10 minutes, or I should say each week by about 5 to 10 minutes, and it's helped out a bunch. That is, though I will say that taking these longer and longer walks does tire me out and make me sleepy and cause me to take more naps. Right now I'm up to walking at about 60 minutes a day, but it's not like I'm prancing around or running or speed walking or anything. It is a lot of effort and I usually get tired, but at the same time I feel every day that I have more and more strength. Regarding my scars, my chest scar is healing well, and the stomach holes I had for the drainage tubes have finally sealed up and the scabs have fallen off. I'm definitely happy I didn't touch or mess with my scar or the scabs, because that's an easy way to get an infection or delay or extra large scar or something like that. The scabs on my stomach actually just fell away naturally when I was putting on some clothing. So my body just was okay with dropping them off, I suppose. Coughing really stunk for the first couple weeks, but now these days I have much more rigidity and muscle in my chest, and because of that, I don't cough nearly as much, and when I do, it's not as strong or violent as before. Like I can do little coughs like that instead of like the big coughs. I don't actually even use my heart pillow most of these days. My breathing is also largely fixed. Maybe some minor repair going on still, but I can talk for much longer periods of time without my vocal cords feeling like they're gonna fall apart. Now, during this week 3 and 4 recovery, I had hoped that it would just be a consistent uphill, but like the first couple weeks, there are some ups and downs, and I think that's just part of the process. For example, one week I had some headaches, mild to moderate headaches, for about a week, and those slowly went away. And I did take some Tylenol pills, not too many, and that helped a little bit, but for the most part I just had to suck it up and deal with it. I purposely stayed off the strong painkillers though. Probably best I get rid of those as well, because theoretically they are addictive opioids, so I don't really want to have those stored somewhere. Another week I had some stomach aches to deal with, which I actually largely attribute that to my diet and not eating as healthy as I could have eaten. And this week, actually, I'm having some minor atrial fibrillation, which is when your heart is beating a little bit less, well, I would say a little bit more erratically, as in you have off beats and skip beats, and your heartbeat, the chambers of your heart are beating a little out of sync. I don't have those too often, and I think they're starting to slow down. And from what I've read, it's a regular thing that most people experience after surgery, and that goes away for most people after surgery. It's a little nerve-wracking when my heart starts beating a little weird, but for 95% of my day, my heartbeat is regular, and I tend to emphasize the AFib periods. I've slowly increased my daily workload in terms of hobbies and just moving around. I spend less time in bed resting and more time reading, writing, making videos, even a little bit of cooking, walking, going outside, drawing even. This additional workload for me, it does actually still tire me out, and that does lead to me taking a lot of breaks, and sometimes I have an off day and I take some naps, and even sitting in a chair can be tiring after a while. So for example, when I'm working at my desk for a couple hours, that can actually be kind of tiring. I only have so much energy every day allotted to me, and a lot of that is going into healing my body and my long walks. I'm trying to eat a little bit more healthy. I worried about the green leaf and being on warfarin, the blood thinner, but my pharmacist says it's probably safe to eat a little bit more green leafy vegetables just to balance out my INR or iron whatever R level. It is hard in America eating healthy, and this is something I still struggle with. 10 years ago, 5 years ago, today, I'll struggle with it in 5 years too. There's so much unhealthy food in America. Like, everything has salt and sugar and tons of just garbage in it and processed foods. Unless you're buying fruits and vegetables, really everything is just loaded with other stuff. I also eat a lot of peanuts, and in general, my appetite is back, and it's easy to eat pretty much whatever I want. Overall, my recovery is going well. I'm pretty happy with where it's going. It's not like I'm on a rocket ship going straight upwards, but I'm happy with how my chest feels. I have more strength, and I'm still taking another month off of work. I'm thinking, but I think after that everything will be pretty good, and I think my recovery will be doing pretty well. I think especially after I start exercising, that's really when my recovery is going to take off like a rocket ship, I believe. And that is some of my thoughts on post-heart surgery, weeks 3 and 4. Hopefully that's helpful to some people. If you have any questions, leave them below, and hopefully I can get to them or answer them if I can. Thanks.